Hello and welcome to another video with me, Scree. Some of you may ask, why have you bothered? It was shit in the first place. But here I am with the 59 Patton, jumping straight into the gun because I think it's just shit. Quite a good reload time, 5.89, but the pen on the AP feels really poor. Feels even worse than 189mm. You end up resorting to that heat quite a bit. Hull down, it's a pretty good monster apart from that horrible cupola it's got sat on it, and this is against another 59 Patton at 10 degrees gun depression. But you can see against some of the tier 8s it's still very green even at maximum gun depression, and that bloody cupola. So you've really got to watch out. I mean, it's been a bit of an enigma to me trying to work out actually how to play it. And you know, I came into this, I was like 15 battles in, 15, 20 battles in. My win rate was like 38% or something. It was just like, I could not get the tank to turn on. And I couldn't work out if it was me, if it was the teams, because the teams, let's face it, are dross at the minute. So it's just like, oh, what do you do? What do you do? You just keep going at it. And I think I've got a little bit better at it, but I still have quite a lot of games that, you know, I'm getting like 400 to 800 damage in, especially tier 9 games, because it's just, you just get owned by pretty much anything. So it is a bit depressing. Anyway, here we are on whatever map. This is a great bit of driving here. Dush. Yeah, brilliant. Watch out for that inanimate object that jumped out in front of your Scree. Yeah, nice one. Anyway, decided to go with the team. Because the Reds have got 2 meds and a light, and I didn't want to really get mixed up with those if I'd gone down towards port. So anyway, get over here and then decide to turn it back to try and get that Drac, because the Drac is probably one of their best players. Even though it's a tier 7, it gives this tank a real run for its money. So yeah, the gun's one problem. The armour is kind of interesting. It's decent but not decent enough, and the mobility, I mean, it's got good mobility, but it's got, I reckon, poor speed for a medium. Its pickup, it just feels really sluggish. Here you can see the gun in action. I've not bothered going to HE. Should have done, maybe. It's sort of food for thought, isn't it? Anyway, I don't know what T49 was doing. It was just like asking for trouble. So yeah, little areas like this are actually quite good for this tank, because you've got those nice little rises to actually try and make the most of the armour profile that you've got. But you can see with 10 degrees of gun depression, it doesn't quite offer enough sometimes. The first bad shot, dunk, that was not going to make it. I knew it wasn't going to hit him, even when I took it. I just did it anyway. And then the Drac comes in. This is a bit of a crazy run from the Drac, and then I go for another shot that I know isn't going to hit, but I just do it anyway. You know, why not? I've only got a 5.89 second reload. Just do it all again. So there you go. And then again, because I'm on this angle, I get a nice little bounce again from that Drac. And then I know he's going to turn right because he doesn't want to come back into my gun, but I managed to get there in time to take him out. So it's one of those tanks that's a chip away, but you've got to keep putting yourself in danger to get that. So you see that T32, see how red the front of that is. So again, we've got to change to heat. Makes it all nice and easy to get at, but you know, it's nicely done. So that's where the heat really does come in, and you do get good pen on that heat. But again, you're having to put yourself in harm's way to do like 189 damage. The other point on this is the front drive wheels, the hull extends a lot further forward of your turret than you really think. So actually, when you go to peak, your drive wheel and your hull is out miles before you think. Make a bit of a mistake here. Think, oh, he's not got the gun depression to get down on me. Oh yeah, he does. Stupid. Anyway, didn't really matter. Game over by this point. So this is actually kind of a reasonable game in this tank. You can see when even with AP chipping away at 100 and odd shot is just a bit depressing. And wait, and no, can't pen cheat, so go back and actually get a high roll. So it's just an uninspiring tank. You can have some good games in it. I mean, look at that, first class, 3k damage, yeah, reasonable, is in the right place at the right time to deal some damage, but it doesn't feel like a fun tank. You've got to kind of work it quite hard. I'm lazy. I don't want a tank that I've got to think about where I've got to be when I've got to be there. I just want to place it there and nail on. So here we are on the second game. So this turns out to be bizarrely a mastery. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I thought we'd lost this match. Look at the team. Let's spread to the corners of the map. But fortunately, they do start to kind of traipse in our direction. So I went right. Normally, it is the right thing to do. But with the team as it was, I wasn't entirely sure if it was the right thing to do, because they'd got a Panther. I wasn't really sure how it was going to work out. Look at this IS-6, classic IS-6 driver nowadays. Like, just not thinking about it. I mean, I just wait here, think, yeah, he's going to come back up. He is. And he doesn't. But you can see how small the areas are to actually hit if you're going to go with standard AP. When you do that, just for that extra little bit of damage each time. So, I mean, I'm in the classic spot. I keep missing drive wheels. I kept missing drive wheels in the other game as well. I'm being a little bit hesitant here. I just don't want that IS-6 to come over and have a go at me. But I'm just going to keep chipping away. But then you see this here. So this is where the Panther decides to come to town for me. Look, it's just like, miss that lower glass. It's great. Get a bounce, that's good. Managed to get one in the lower glasses, but then here when he wiggles, it's just like, look at how red that. Messed that one up again. So I just changed to heat at this point. I'm just like, no, I'm not having this. I've got to go. So at least then I can actually pen his front. Here we go. Boom. Thanks very much. You can go. So that's the thing. You are going to have to use a lot of heat if you're going to do anything frontally. But now I'm cleared, I can sit here nicely and actually just trade some across the valley, so to speak. Yeah, I wasn't going to get that 80-15 to shut him off, but managed to get this low, get him in his drive wheel, so that's him stopped. And here, look at this, T95, it's like, it still looks very red, the side. Fortunately, you've got a bit of an angle on. I wasn't overly confident that was going to go in, and then here I managed to get a tiny bit, but I was lucky. And then that's it really. So there's kind of not much of an interesting game. It's just like, I finished it and it's like, it's one of those games. Didn't think it would be a mastery, but there was an awful lot of assisted damage that did. So I'm guessing that was it, and a good bit of pointage. So I mean, overall, there you go, mastery. The damage isn't exactly inspiring, is it, for a tier 8 mastery, but not even 3k, but as you can see from the XP, there is a fair bit of XP that comes from probably the assisted damage. Overall, don't pay for this tank. If you happen to get it free somehow, go for it, but beyond that, it's, as I say, meh, wouldn't bother. Leave it where it is. Let it gather some dust in the garage. Thanks for watching.